Hello, welcome to Dibiase Mode, episode 176, week 49. This is ECW, and we're starting things off with Hideo Itami.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Tokyo, Japan, Kent Orr.
Let's change that still. Right. Hideo Itami last week showed up and defeated former TV champion Trent Barretta in one-on-one action. Now he goes up against a man who has been on a pretty mean streak recently. A man who has been decimating a man who's been injuring other superstars in an attempt to get his point across, that man being Ken Shamrock. Itami has to deal with him now. That could be a problem for Itami because Shamrock, of course 2 weeks ago, which you didn't see, he did actually injure Chris Hero. He will back in action tonight, but yeah, Shamrock is not a happy man, and he's even less happy after finding out that he was banned from competing in that 6-man battle royal last week, as he feels if he is deserving of a TV championship shot. He will keep on injuring more and more superstars until he gets his opportunity at Dibiase and that TV championship. Of course, right now he's saying Dibiase, it could be Jimmy Jacobs, we don't really know yet, but that's another story. Anyway, Ken Shamrock is looking mad. And I think he's going to be taken out on Hideo Itami, which is a bit sad for Itami, considering after a successful debut like he had last week, he's now going to be put up against Ken Shamrock, a man who is almost clinically insane. He is... I mean, yes, he is the world's most dangerous man and all that, but still, he is just ruthless. He will just decimate anyone who gets in his way, and it's just... No, Hideo Itami is like that breed that Ken Shamrock goes on about, these high-flying little spot-fest cruiserweights, as he calls them, who are filling up his TV time. And of course, not only is Shamrock focusing on the leg for the ankle lock, but he's focusing on it because that's where, you know, that's where he feels if the high flyers are where they get their craft. You know, they get their craft in their legs, they get their craft from their high-flying maneuverabilities, or their sharp kicks. And Shamrock just wants to take it away from them and realize that after that, they are nothing. They are just another human being, and they're no one special. And Shamrock really does take this far. Look, he's just working over, just repeatedly attacking that leg. And the Hurricane Rana. But I don't think that's just leading Ken Shamrock anyway. I don't think that's the end of things right now. Itami looking to try and fight back. There's a running elbow. Falls out of the way. But he's caught again. Shamrock hoists him up. And again, just hurting away on the leg. Itami trying to get himself back in this, but just floored straight away. Shamrock just hurting Itami right now. He really is just looking to not only injure but decimate that leg. Well, either leg and his ankles. He's just... Ken Shamrock has become a dark and twisted man over these past few weeks. Itami though really trying to fight back, but Shamrock is just forcing him to stay down, the belly to belly. Oh no, he's turning him around. Oh, the ankle lock stitched in. I don't feel as if Shamrock's looking to make him tap out on this one. He's just looking to inflict more pain on Itami with this one. He's trying to just crawl any way he can to try and fight out of this. Shamrock releases the hold. Sends Itami off the ropes, and Itami counters with a powerbomb. Shamrock rolling out of the way. Itami though ducks the elbow, went for the elbow tackle. He missed. Oh, he walked straight into that kick. Almost bragging with the abilities that he can use his Boots instead. Itami trying to fight. How much does he have left in him? Can he make it to the rope? Itami gets a rope break. Look at this. Ken Shamrock is just being coggy right now. He's telling Itami to try and grab him. Itami trying to execute a drop kick, but Shamrock just having none of that. Oh no. Third time. Same as Chris Hero. The third time. Itami taps out. He just wrenches away on the ankle. Who's to say Itami's isn't shredded to pieces at this point? Shamrock just loves hearing the pain. He loves hearing the suffering. Look at this, almost mocking Itami when he wins, holding himself in pain. Because he knows Itami is in a lot of pain. As Ken Shamrock hurts more people as he gets even more sadistic, we move on to our next contest. A triple threat match featuring Kurt Hennig, Eddie Guerrero, and the runner-up from the 6-man Battle Royal last week, Colt Cabana, and they are in action next. Alright, here comes a man whose name I've pronounced ever so wrongly. I don't know why I called him Kurt Hennig. It's Mr. Perfect. Alright, Mr. Perfect making his way down to the ring. He's got to be proud of his son. Last week, Curtis Axel, he tried my 6-man Battle Royal. And of course, them two men are former ECW Tag Team Champions at a point. And, well, they've sort of, you know, because, what was I trying to say? You know, the whole singles thing, that's what I was on about. The ability for tag teams to finally do their own singles matches. Well, you know, these men have been capitalizing on it quite well, and, well, Perfect is looking to continue that tonight in the triple threat.
Can you feel the heat?
Nope. 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 Give a mullet. Shave the mullet. Alright, Eddie Guerrero anyway. Vibrating in a car right now. I'm not even too sure the last time we saw Eddie Guerrero was. And, there you go. That's kind of all I've got. But anyway, there he is. It's Eddie Guerrero. We're gonna have to move that car because there's still people to come out. Someone should tell him to. Okay, never mind. Well, there you go. It's Eddie Guerrero and him and Mr. Perfect again set for this triple threat match. There's only one man left to come out, Colt Cabana, and well, let's get to it. I know I need to lower down this theme. I tried. I haven't actually tried. I haven't done it yet. Yeah, that sounds terrible. My headphones on the other side of the room. Oh, I'm on the other side of the room and I can hear it. So, it's Colt Cabana. This man, of course, was runner-up in the 6-man Battle Royal last week. I am having to talk kind of loud because his theme is loud as shit. So I'm going to get closer to the mic. So yeah, it's Colt Cabana. He's on a bit of a roll right now, of course, you know, the runner-up, and he got close to the TV title shot. He wasn't quite able to grab it. But now, with that match, he can prove that he deserved to be runner-up, and he was worthy of being runner-up. So let's see if he can beat these two men in this triple threat match. I mean, two difficult opponents in the ring against him, but if all things go well for Mr. Cabana, he could do it. Alright. So as these men get underway, Cabana immediately looking to try and go for Eddie Guerrero and just sort of ran into Eddie Guerrero's reverse hug thing. Right now Cabana is being sort of focused on. Look at that. No, never mind, reversed. Cabana with a double DDT. Eddie Guerrero is taking some time to get back up to his feet. He really is taking some time to get back up to his feet. Alright, he's back up. Look, it's from behind. It's single-handed Bulldog. Mr. Perfect. No, never mind. Gets reversed. Walks into a swinging neck breaker. But again, the Bulldog by Eddie Guerrero, who is looking to try and attack Colt Cabana, but that didn't go well for him. Eddie Guerrero though fighting out, front face lock. Him and Perfect now attacking away on Cabana, working away on the chest. It's not the chest, the stomach. The chest is the more up area, and again they're just punching away at it, taking their time with Cabana. And Cabana reverses, and Eddie Guerrero just looking to work away on Perfect as well. I don't think he really cares, just so long as he's not the one getting hurt. And look at this now, Cabana though, series of kicks, and Eddie Guerrero digging his boot across the face of Mr. Perfect. Oh, look, he went for a slap. And now Cabana is in trouble. Double gutbuster. There it is, and Perfect's looking to put this one away for Cabana. Cabana kicks out at 2. Look at this. Eddie Guerrero has Mr. Perfect right where he wants him. There's the second. And the third. The Three Amigos connects. And Cabana goes for the pin off of this. Kurt Hennig is out of here. We are down to these two men now, Cabana and Guerrero. Elbow to the back. Lovely monkey flip by Eddie. He picks up Colt. They both begin with C, okay, it's confusing. My brain can only do so many things at once. Guerrero. Oh no. Eddie's got him. Cabana's in trouble. Superplex. Guerrero back up to his feet. I don't think he's done yet. He's prepping it up. The frog splash. There it is. And Cabana apparently no selling it. Alright, well, let's try that again. Eddie Guerrero picks up Colt Cabana for the brainbuster. And oh my god, he's going to the top rope. Will this work? It's the first time in the match. Oh, the frog splash. Maybe this time he'll keep him down. Frog splash by Eddie. 1, 2. Guerrero picks up the win. Hooray! Hoorah! There we go. That was weird. Alright, so Eddie Guerrero picks up the win there, and next up is time for our tag team match player. We have, as I said, Chris Hero is turning to action. Here he turns to action, teaming with Corey Graves to take on the television champion Ted DiBiase and the #1 contender for his title, Jimmy Jacobs, in 2 weeks. These two men will be fighting, well, 3 weeks? Would you say? No. I don't know how you say it. In the ECW after TLC. There you go. That's better. These two men will be fighting for DiBiase TV Championship tonight. They have to work together, you know, to try and pick up the win. Let's see how they prove to be Alice Butcher. Alright. Here's this man that showed up rather unexpectedly last week. And here he is now, I suppose. Jimmy Jacobs last week showed up in that 6-man battle royal and successfully won the match, enabling him for an opportunity at Teddy DiBiase's TV Championship, and it will be interesting, like I said, to see how these two men can work as a team, considering in a few weeks they will be opposing forces in that very ring for the television championship. So tonight will be a test to see how both men decide to work with each other, whether or not they just abandon each other, whether or not they do actually decide to work it out, is between them. And we're going to see how it goes out between the two. Dibiase, a two-time television champion, of course defeating Adrian Neville for the championship in Survivor Series. So these, as I said, these two men collide in a few weeks. Their opponents, though, they can't underestimate them right now, as they are former ECW World Tag Team Champions, Chris Hero and Corey Graves. So they're going to have to work together well to defeat these men. How well, though, we'll have to find out. Comes a man who was actually in the 6-man Battle Royal last week. Corey Graves, of course, was one of the 6 men, and I believe we made it to the final 3 or 4. But anyway, Corey Graves, like I said, is a former, well, he is a former 2-time ECW Tag Team Champion, winning his first, well, awarded the first champion with Adrian Neville, and then going on to win it again with Chris Hero at I think it was like just after No Way Out or something, I can't really remember. Anyway, Corey Graves is a pretty emphatic force, one that should not be forgotten by these two men, and it will be interesting to see also how Chris Hero can cope after his recent leg injury, so I suppose we will find out. Hero is not showing any signs of currently looking injured. I'll say that he is seeming to be walking to the ring quite easily. When we asked him actually how he felt about Shamrock injuring him, he said that it just proves that Shamrock is a disgusting individual and that he will go to any extent to pick up a win, even injuring another competitor. He claims that, you know, all your competitors should be respected, and Shamrock shows no respect for any. Anyway, right now, Graves is looking to start things off against Jacobs. Maybe it's for the better that Graves starts things off, because Hero, of course, is not at 100% right now. Nice DDT. Anyway, by Jimmy Jacobs to start things off, and now he's punching away on the skull. Look at that quick drop toe hold by Corey Graves. That was actually pretty good work, and look at this, he's already tagging in Hero. Maybe Hero wants to get back in the ring, and this will be an interesting man to do it against. I was just thinking now about these two men. These two men are part of former factions, you know, two of the biggest factions we've seen in this universe. Jacobs, of course, was a part of Scum with Steve Corino, Matt Hardy, and Jay Lethal.
There's going to be a lot of offense in this match.
And Teddy Dibiase, of course, was a part of the $1 Million Corporation with Batista, Christian, and of course his father, the ECW champ. Well, Austin Aries, and of course his father, the ECW champion, Teddy Dibiase Sr., who is getting prepared for his match with Shawn Michaels later tonight. If Michaels is to win, then he adds himself to that triple threat. Well, he would add himself to a, which will then be triple threat match at TLC between himself, AJ Styles, and Teddy Dibiase, of course. Right now, though, Dibiase and Hero going at it in the ring. Of course, Dibiase said that he does not wish to defend his championship at TLC because he wants to make sure the full focus is on his father as he makes another successful title defense and continues on his his reign as champion. And meanwhile, right now, Ted DiBiase is really bringing it to Hero. Hero never really made it out of the starting gates. And now, a tag made to Jacobs. These two men have worked extremely well together as a team. Jacobs has got Hero in the corner. He is setting it up. Sliced bread! That, I think, is that hook of the leg of Hero. Graves is in and he makes the save in time. DiBiase nowhere to be seen. Trying to believe that potentially his teammate could deal with it by himself. And that he didn't need his assistance. Jacobs might be quite irate right there because he thought as if the match was underway. Now look, Corey Graves, the fresher man, is allowed to be tagged back in, and now this match must go to an even longer extent. They could have had it done just a second later if DiBiase was there to make sure that Graves did nothing. And look at that, just that grabbing of Corey Graves there kind of shows that DiBiase wants none of this match. And look at this now. He's running in after the lights off. And oh, Corey Graves kicks out at 2. In the corner now. Uh-oh, he's on the top rope. Look at that. Reversal though by Jacobs. He's going to fly. Lovely neck breaker. And Graves is caught. This single legged, I don't even know what to call it. This move though has successfully made Corey Graves tap out. Jimmy Jacobs, of course, 2-time World Tag Team Champion, and proving it why, doing the more work in this tag team match, and DiBiase sort of kept himself to himself. Jimmy Jacobs picks up the win. Could we be saying the same in a few weeks when these two men meet for the television championship? I'm not too sure. But there we go. These two men are able to work well together. I'd say it's more Jacobs' former tag team past that allowed them to extremely work well together and pick up the win. Anyway, it's time to move on to our semi-main event of the night as AJ Styles gets set to go one-on-one with someone whose name I have forgotten. Oh, of course. AJ Styles gets set to go one-on-one with Magnus. That is up next.
Making his way to the ring from Gainesville, Georgia, AJ Styles.
AJ Styles last week, of course, was defeated by Shawn Michaels. And I caught up with Styles and asked him what happened regarding that. He said that he felt too confident regarding being the #1 contender. He felt as if that he couldn't be beaten because he proved himself to be #1 contender, and he said that, you know, aside from the champion, he's the best on the roster. And that was a nasty hiccup. And that he let that get into his mind and he didn't focus like the professional that he can be. And he says that that cost him dearly against Shawn Michaels, and he will not make the same mistake tonight against Magnus. And he kind of hopes that Shawn Michaels loses so he can keep his one-on-one match with DiBiase like it was planned. Pretty bold words there by Styles. Maybe, you know, he does feel as if it deserves to be a one-on-one match because that's what he was awarded, not this triple threat. As Magnus comes down to the ring now. Of course, no European Championship, as I said, after Survivor Series. Magnus held it in abeyance. He's vacated it. It's defunct. He said that, of course, this was just used to mess with the Million Dollar Corporation, saying that you say that you have a singles champion You say that you have your world champion. Well, we've got another champion of our own. You know, of course, the European champion was sort of a successor. I don't know how you say it. It was sort of a predecessor, still a sequel. We'll call it that, to the Hardcore Championship. And what was I going to say? Yeah, he sort of the sequel to Hardcore Championship and just used it to mess with the $1 Million Corporation, and he sees no point in continuing it now that that is over between those two teams, and now he's just going to go back to being without a championship. There we go. Anyway, it's time for this match, and alright, so for some reason, yeah, I'm going to pretend like that never happened. If you see a figure in the corner, just shh, it never happened, okay? Right, anyway, what was I going to say? Alex, I forgot. Oh yeah, Magnus has severed ties with Antonio Cesaro and Wade Barrett. He said that with the two factions colliding at Survivor Series and there being no real winner and no real surviving team, he feels as if that it's time that he pretty much just left that group and left it to be how it was. You know, just the tag team portion of it. And he has said though that while he has severed ties, he keeps a close friendship with Cesaro and Barrett, and just doesn't wish to be in the team with them anymore, but still wishes to call them friends, as they have proved to be rather successful as a group. Of course, Magnus is a former WWE champion from that group, but of course back at Elimination Chamber. And has said that one day he wouldn't mind potentially taking on he wouldn't potentially mind taking on Cesaro and Barrett for the belts. He just, of course, needs a tag team partner. And if you can find one of those, then he said that you can guarantee that he will be gunning for those title belts. And he feels as if a dream match of his would be taking on Europe's finest, because they are, in his mind, in his eyes, the best tag team in this universe. I mean, you know, that's debatable, but that's not to say, I'm not trying to slag them. They are an amazing tag team. But, you know, in some eyes it could be true, in some eyes it could be another team. Anyway, right now, focusing on this match, Magnus is inflicting the more powerful maneuvers onto AJ Styles. Magnus, of course, played a part in removing Austin Aries from this roster. Aries now, of course, on SmackDown. Right now we focus on this match anyway. Gotta get back to this match. Styles is repeatedly elbowing away the chest and stomach. Of course, that is going to be a high point for the Styles Clash. Styles is really honing in. He is really going for it. Another elbow. And, oh, no. Another reversal. But again, Styles maneuvers his way out of it. Top rope. Corkscrew moonsault thingamabob. Hooks the leg. I think Magnus got the shoulder up at 2. Irish whip. Oh, he walks straight into it. Magnus gets caught. Styles Clash. Is this enough? 1, 2. AJ, no. I thought AJ Styles had just done it. But Magnus kicks out at 2. Styles looking to try and put this away though, but Magnus reverses his way out of it. And again, twists and turns, and a neck breaker to Styles. Magnus now dragging Styles. Going for the pin. Styles out at 1. Rolls out of the way. Kick to the gut. And another one. He's got him. Second time. Styles Clash. 1, 2. AJ Styles has turned around his bad luck from last week and successfully defeats Magnus. There we go. AJ Styles picks up the win, and Magnus is congratulating AJ Styles. A show of respect. Magnus looking like he's turned over a new leaf. Styles looking confused. Anyway, it is time for our main event. Ted DiBiase was one-on-one with Shawn Michaels. If Michaels wins, that man right there, AJ Styles, will be meeting DiBiase and Michaels at TLC. But if DiBiase is to win, and it stays a one-on-one match between Styles and DiBiase. Anyway, we're going to see how that unfolds, and that is up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from San Antonio, Texas, weighing 227 pounds, the heartbreaking
Shawn Michaels, last week, of course, he was saying that AJ Styles is a tremendous competitor, but he proved that cockiness isn't always the way to go about things. You got to be technical, you got to be skilled, you got to have that veteran-like instinct, and that is indeed what Shawn Michaels has. Michaels knows what it's like to be champion. He knows the pressure that DiBiase is under. He says that he's not going to hold back. He is going all out. He wants to be in that match at TLC, and he wants another chance at being ECW champion. It's just whether or not he can get it done that is the major factor.
approaching the ring from Palm Beach, Florida, weighing 260 pounds, the ECW champion, the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase.
Alright. Ted DiBiase, of course, over these past few weeks, he's been showing a more vicious side. He's been acting a lot more... Well, he's been acting out against it rather than... you know, sending other men to do it. DiBiase has said that, you know, he's got no one to hide around, and he's not afraid to take on anyone, and he is just showing it. He is bringing out the more ruthless side that he's hidden away before, because he realizes that, you know, as these matches go on, this could, you know, he's facing problems, and he realizes that he's, well, with Europe's Finest gone, he's got no one to hide against. He's got no one to do his dirty work for him, and now he's just all alone. He's got to do this by himself, and DiBiase has said that if you got to do it by yourself, you got to prove why you're the world champion. You got to show why you're the world champion. DiBiase has to show why he's been the world champion for, I believe at this point, 7 months or thereabouts. He is, I believe he's actually just hit 6. You know, he's got to prove, he's got to show that he is 100% deserved of that championship, and he has held it for so long. But right now, DiBiase is really bringing the fight to Michaels. This is what I was telling. This is what I was saying. The more ruthless side of DiBiase, this take no prisoners attitude that DiBiase has had, rather than the running away and using cowardly tactics to win. DiBiase has just been going all out on his opponents. He is aware of the challenges that now approach him, and he is aware that, you know, DiBiase, his son, isn't going to be there to protect him. Batista, Christian, Aries, they are not there to protect him. You know, he's used the old money trick to help him get out of situations too many times. It's not going to work anymore. Dibiase has to go head on into these situations, and he is dealing with them a lot better than I expected him to. But it's just a matter of tonight if he can beat Michaels, which he's looking to doing a good job of. He is really in control, and of course at the pay-per-view at TLC, beating AJ Styles and retaining his ECW championship. We do not know what match they are to meet in yet. Oh, Michaels reversed his way out of what I can only presume to be a $1 million dream. He could have the momentum he needs now to connect with that maneuver. Oh, but Dibiase caught him. Roll up 2. No, reversed by Michaels. Hooks back over 1. No, bridge out. Impressive by Dibiase. Hooks under. No, Michaels kicks out at 1. Atomic drop by Michaels. Kick to the gut. Sweet chin music. Dibiase could be out. Michaels hooks the leg. No, Dibiase kicks out at 2. And again off the announce table goes Michaels. Dibiase just trying to gain this moment. He's trying to recompose himself, but he's doing it in a ruthless manner rather than just running away. Dibiase again with the roll up. There's 2. Michaels again. Fights out. Dibiase again though, bridging out at 1. Michaels pinned again. And again, he's out at 1. Uh-oh. Dibiase hanging on and ducks under. Michaels hits the outside. And Dibiase leaping off the apron with a double axe handle to the skull. He really is bringing the fight to Shawn Michaels now. I'm liking this new Dibiase. Michaels though trying to fight back. Flying forearm across the skull. Oh, the count's on 5. Dibiase is kind of dazed and staggered. Both men now back in the ring. Kick to the gut reversed. Dibiase pushes him away. Kicks the gut again. Turns him around. Locks it in. Dream Street. Good night, Michaels. It has to be. There is 2. Dibiase defeats Michaels. Fair play to Dibiase. He is doing a fighting man's job. He is really showing why he is not only the ECW champion, but why he is the man that beat Sheamus at Survivor Series. He just pulled that out of his ass. But you know how he was able to beat Sheamus at Survivor Series, proving that he is a powerful man. But Ted DiBiase shouldn't be underestimated. He is looking really strong ahead of TLC. AJ Styles though, not sure about, but we'll find out on the night. So there we go, Ted DiBiase picking up a win, and well, that heads off ECW. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on Friday for SmackDown. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching, guys, and as always, cheer up.